Welcome back, everyone, to the grand finals here for the Verizon NA Game Changers Series 1, where we just saw Shopify Rebellion very one-sidedly take down FlyQuest on Lotus. It seems like a decent start where we saw FlyQuest win that pistol round, but it just all fell down from there, Wyatt.
Yeah, surely things will go up from there. What a great start.
I mean, it was 14-3 in first kills, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's just... Ugh, that's gross, Sender. It's filthy. It's disgusting. I don't even want to look at that stat anymore.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. No, the worst one was the fact that Shopify only lost a single rifle round.
Yeah.
Like, they lost the first 2 rounds of the game, pistol in round 2, and then they lost their bonus on the second half. They only lost one genuine rifle-to-rifle round. This team is locked in. Good luck for the rest of the series, is all I can say.
I mean, just looking, this is one of those games where we were talking about it. It's like, what narratives are even left about Shopify? What do we even talk about after a game like this? We've said it all. We've been here before. We've seen this story. The floor gets a million kills story. The retakes are perfect story. Like, the setup for floor is immaculate at all times, as was the mission when this roster was created. You put the experienced supports with the young, talented mechanical players, you make magic happen. Magic was made happen again, to happen again. I can't even speak. It's the same thing again. We see this every game, man.
Yeah, Ender, it just felt like on the attack side on that first half, we saw so many attempts on that C site, and it would start promising, and then it just the retakes just never worked out.
Yeah, I think, like, obviously, like, the C site is probably the easiest site. B is pretty easy to break into, but, like, FlyQuest had no problem getting on the site the majority of rounds. It was just in the post plant. Like, a few times they tried to play more aggressively and take some space towards spawn. That didn't go super well for them. When they were actually playing on site, they were just kind of getting owned. It was just, but also they were playing so many rounds from like a 4v5 position because they were down at the start. So from those first bloods, so it was just a really tough game, I think, all things considered, to play out when they weren't able to get the ball rolling early on their attacking half. They just had so many rounds they had to like half buy or just take pistols into it, and that is definitely not what you want on your attacking half.
Wyatt, I know you were joking about it's always the same narrative, but you know what? Credit where credit is damn due, because Fluorescent had one hell of a game, and if our biggest takeaway is that this last game was a Fluorescent highlight reel, I'm okay with that, because this is a best of 5 and we still have a lot of maps coming up, but she had one hell of a game.
My pre-match theory remains true. The team with the duelist, the top frags, will simply win. This is what happened last time. We just need Dodonut to top frag on Sunset to keep this thing going. What can you say about Floor that hasn't been said already? And I guarantee you someone else on the desk has already said during this tournament, what can you say about Floor that hasn't been said already? I'm even repeating that because there's nothing that can be said. It's just, she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. I don't know what else to say.
I'll do 2 things that have probably been said, but I loved a few rounds like the one we just saw, how she played around the edge of the smoke. Like, that was really cool how she was approaching those fights in that situation, like totally isolated on her own. But I also think she just took so many like aggressive peeks towards spawn, especially on attack. Whenever there was a round where Shopify were down in numbers or didn't have a ton of space, like, she was always so quick to snap forward, get a kill, and then double satchel to escape. It seems like there were so many rounds where she was using satchels as an escape tool because she didn't need the satchels to like actually dive into the site. She was getting in for free anyways.
Well, if you're on the side of FlyQuest Red, you're definitely just trying to forget about that last map. This is a long series, it's a best of 5, and we have Sunset coming up next. Wyatt, in the pre-show, you were the one to call out that the last time they played against each other, Shopify were the ones to ban Sunset. So perhaps there's a copium storyline there.
Yeah, it's interesting that they had banned it against them and have let it through now, as you said. Shopify had some mixed results on the map this year. We saw Fly beat Estimate yesterday. They also lost the Passion Project. The key element of Sunset here for me, though, is going to be the fact that FlyQuest play this very unorthodox single controller composition, and that single controller is a harbor. This is not something you see regularly by any means, or really at all, and I do think it's super exploitable, and I have to imagine that Shopify are going to be ready to do just that. We've seen with this comp, FlyQuest have had success on attack, in particular when they're able to pull off big execs, use the harbor utility to close off all of the various entrances and potential crossfire angles, and then have that utility to cycle for post plant. It's on defense where this comp was lacking. There would be situations where they just couldn't be fluid at all. Like I remember against Passion Project, they'd want to go for a fast retake into a site. There's a great timing to do it, but the harbor wasn't there, so the wall wasn't up. There's no global smokes on your side. You can't close off the angles, and then they're running into a site, and they're just getting shut down, running into crossfires. And I just struggle to believe that this defense against Shopify can be better than what we've seen against Passion Project.
Yeah, I think you definitely, as Shopify here attacking into it, like you can sort of tell at the start of a round wherever the stack is going to be, because FlyQuest kind of have to fight around the side of the map that Harbor is playing on, or they don't have smokes to be able to fight off of. And also, like you're saying, abusing the cooldown of that Harbor wall is so good. I think if Shopify play like slower paced rounds, wait for those timings where the wall isn't going to be there, and then play away from the Harbor site, especially if they start the early rounds like hunting down some Cypher utility, you can just make FlyQuest play a game where they have very limited options and very limited tools to fight back against you. And let me tell you, you need every tool and then some when your opponent is Shopify Rebellion.
Indeed. Well, the score is currently 1-0 for Shopify Rebellion in this grand finals. Can FlyQuest Red tie up the series 1-1? We are about to find out with Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, Spix. Dre, we got to talk about the Harbor in the room. Single controller, Harbor. Oftentimes you see Harbor paired up with someone else, but this feels rare.
Yeah, and they cooked up on this. Like, they have a unique playstyle, like Ender was saying, and it does work for them sometimes. The last time they played this map, it was a loss, actually, I think, right, to Passion Project. So I think the only reason why we see Shopify allowing this map to go through, because they banned it previously, is because they're going to come with like a hard counter. And I think that when you're running like a breach comp like this, especially with a single controller Harbor, it can get kind of like obvious about the things that you might be trying to do. That doesn't mean that it won't work, but I think it's already going to be an uphill battle, because if Shopify is allowing this map to go through, then they must be really confident on it. And they have a 70% win rate in general on the map, so it's not like they're like some kind of slouches to it.
Yeah, 70% is pretty good. Look at that Harbor wall already. There's a dart over it, and then the wall blocking off mid. That's a great start.
Oh, what a shot.
That's an even better start. The nade is going to be really good to throw him apart. You can see the attempt at utility to cover some what was going on, but elbow has been lost. Sonder has 3 position.
That was on Sarah, so this Viper util is not going to be there anymore. It's not the end of the world for Shopify, but that lurk potential now with that wall isn't there. And Dodonut, I think she stayed for a little bit too long in that area. Like, maybe just get that one and done, right? That we've seen Floor been doing this entire time. That has been the recipe for Shopify's success, especially with the first blood department, right? Saw Floor and Shopify in general at 14 first bloods.
Yeah, which is insane. That's an outrageous number.
Yeah.
What do they do here? Do they flip back? They still have 30. They have still a little south of 40 seconds left on the clock. Noi is still playing towards A, but the spike and the rest of the cavalry is headed
30
B.
seconds
Noya
left.
is the win con, and look, FlyQuest, they are actually clearing mid, but Noya's not in mid, so that little waste of time allows for the aggression from Shopify to pick off Starbound in spawn.
Yeah, but I mean, I also think there it is. If they play the timing right, she's going to find so much value. Noya with one. Shopify wipes again.
I mean, look at how they maneuver the map. They're so aware of how FlyQuest like to rotate. And they had a 3-way crossfire. It was crazy. Melon spawn, Floor on site, Noya pinching from the back. And it's all off of contact, right? Mel was walking down into market there. Off of her contact, Floor swings. Now Noya's flanking, taking her timing in mid. And it all happens at the same time. It's It's really beautiful to watch.
Cage triggered.
A little bit of attempted aggression. Noise already ready for it. The cage. We got the cam.
that stun connects.
Oh. The layers that she has to protect herself are actually so nice.
Yeah. And FlyQuest should be aware that the reaction of Shopify will be to take that early A control. That's why you see the rotates already coming out. Just knife out rotating right now. Shouldn't make it in time for the hit though.
Oh, that's so close. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Just some warning shots. That's all we saw there.
The games begin. And this is where, I don't know, I worry about the single controller harbor comp, I think, in this situation. And I wonder, especially on defense, I think a good harbor can be really impressive, but it feels weird on Sunset, man.
It's tough, right? Because if you use any util early as that harbor, unless you're in mid, Shopify automatically knows that, okay, this harbor's not going to be able to make it to the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
And the whole point of Shopify's comp is to have multiple different layers of lurks and to play for the longer rounds, right? I mean, if they really wanted to, they could bait out all the harbor util and make it so they will only have a wall. If they really wanted to play the slow game, they have that option with that Viper and Omen.
And then if they hit their timings right, they could even avoid the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash, a paranoia.
Wow.
This is nice though.
Wow. That shot on Alexis was insane.
And it was very similar it was a very similar setup. It was a dart and the wall, keeping things separated enough to get info, isolate gunfights, and get the kill.
Cage triggered.
Starbound here, on their own. Sarah not checking the right way. Nice snaps onto floor. Bonus averted.
Yeah, that was a clean mid fight. And I spoke about it, right? Like if you use this harbor util too soon, it will allow SR to have a harder read into the round. But this time, that wall comes out a little bit late as the breach stun comes out. So it was like a mid refight basically is what happened there. Just off of a timing, off of like sound or anything that they wanted to do. So it's plays like that that's going to give FlyQuest the advantage running the solo harbor.
Right here.
Allowing them to catch that timing, catch SR off guard as they're walking into space, right?
Revealing area.
Oh wow, that's a really cool dart.
What?
That's a really cool dart.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
That's sick. Here we go again, right? That mid-round harbor wall. This time, nobody getting caught off guard. Shopify, and they're just gonna group up for this B hit. And Breach and Raze are not even close. That's the scary thing about playing against this Viper comp is you want to play for that late lurk, right? But that opens up this free B site hit, and Floor went all the way into market.
And that's the controller. There it is. Now you don't have anything to help with the retake attempt or anything like that. A little bit of mid presence is certainly going to help things. But the layers, once again, that we're seeing out of Shopify are way too much for FlyQuest to deal with.
That set play was so nice, right? Floor threw the perfect nade to break all the trips on the right side of the site. And that allows her to double blast pack into market with the Omen Flash of Mel. Punish there, like you said. I mean, they did their homework. I mean, we even saw it on Lotus, right?
And now we're seeing it
a lot of countering.
Yeah, now we're seeing it on FlyQuest map pick too.
Gear up, stay safe.
And even like going into this map, Shopify Rebellion, if I'm not mistaken, beat Passion Project like 13-2 on this map. So the fact that they saw Passion Project beat FlyQuest on this map probably just in itself gives them confidence. And then the fact that they can just counter anything that FlyQuest does because they have the VOD, the most recent VODs of it, and they barely had to show any of their rounds. I mean, it makes it really hard.
Oh, yeah. It makes it borderline impossible. It was Supernova Galaxy, but I think the big
okay,
takeaway
my bad.
is... no, but I do think the big takeaway is they've played the map 3 times in this tournament. They've lost 8 rounds.
There you go. So there's not a lot of demo.
3 maps, bro.
Yeah. There's not a lot of tape on them to actually get countered, and that's why you see them picking this map. Or allowing this map to go through.
There's a cascade. I wonder if you can hear it from where Noya is.
Oh, next time. Doubling back.
It's so tough because the mind games that you're forced into, if you're FlyQuest, are brutal, right?
Yeah.
If you hear the cascade, you have to choose, okay, do we stay thinking that they're going to re-hit, or do we rotate away? Because I can only apply pressure with my utility from one area, and that's where I'm standing. You become so, like, strapped and like hard strung into what you're trying to do. And here's a perfect example of what happens on the other side. Mel from A main just smoked B main. And there was a dog out to draw rotations. Now there are 4 from the defense on that side of the map.
30 seconds left.
Shopify should get the site for free. Can Starbound get any type of spam here to give
Here.
your team an advantage?
Spike
Oh, look at that
planted.
deep Viper smoke too.
The breach utility is going to cause some
And a
problems.
one-way?
Dude, she knows. Ultimately, Starbound wins the fight, and that's a big one. Because that was isolated! Alexis had too much to look at. Noya and Flora left alone. The Harbor utility now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. She's going to do it, isn't she?
Last player standing.
One found. Noya on the other side. The ping's coming through. The clip runs dry. Having to reload. They're both weak. But Starbound spam gets the kill and the round.
Spike the fuel.
5 HP. That was nuts. And in that round, I was wondering, you know, how Starbound would play that scenario, playing the retake. And patience was the key. Just staying alive. First one on the site and the last one in the 1v1 situation and winning it. This trade was everything.
Oh, this is a nice spot. That goes there.
Very, very close round.
Oh, that's aggressive.
Super fast in the take. That
And you can
breach
tell
stun.
what they were... Yeah, I mean, just the breach stun and then the trip just made it to where there was nowhere for Flora to go.
Space was gained though.
Starbound positioning once again is perfect.
Oh no.
It's falling apart here, isn't it?
B.
Found my wire.
And they've got the ult, but Flores dodged it. Look at
This is
Alexis just on
scary.
the other side. There's no way you expect that, but that's isolated! Alexis gets both! Oh, they're gonna yank this thing back! Lace with 30 HP! Dodging the dog, spamming through, getting it down to 1. Can Lace be the hero? 7 bullets.
Not ready yet.
Floor with Spike out of reach. The dart is there. Cleared, but found the swing!
No way!
And the 3K for Lace, the Red Bull clutch for FlyQuest.
That's insane. 30 HP to her name. Why not win? Is what she said. Why not? It would be nice to
Why
win.
not?
Yeah.
Enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
But the way that FlyQuest has to win. It's down to the wire. The last 2 rounds.
This goes here.
I liked FlyQuest's approach on this retake on A, having that harbor wall to split the site in half, allowing players to flood back site and just hold. Alexis somehow brought that back, but had Alexis not been a hero in that round, I mean that would have been a clean 4v2 retake.
Yeah, yeah.
Cage triggered.
And the truth is, the positioning that she was in was not really of her own volition.
Yeah.
They was pushing that spit. Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's a massacre.
It's massacre, really at the hands of a stinger, which is so odd. Oftentimes, when you have pistols on the other side, you've got a little bit more facing it. And yeah, FlyQuest had 4 rifles, but they have found a lot of value with that stinger.
I'm wondering when the Shopify timeout is going to come into effect, because if I'm FEs right now, just from the top down, I'm understanding that every single time, well, maybe not every single time, but the last 2 times I've ended B, there has been 5 players there quickly, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can set up a late lurk onto that A site and call everybody back in the mid round.
Right here.
Understanding that FlyQuest is over rotating. Honestly, that's what they're doing. It is also, on the flip side, very smart of FlyQuest of how they're doing this, because the previous rounds when they've retaken B or even A, they have taken their time to re-clear mid, all this stuff. So even their own change of pace on the retakes of just, no, let's just get to site fast, has proven to be beneficial for them.
Flash is not going to tag anyone.
Yeah,
Dodo
it's-
Net was tucked behind the wall, and then Saunders there for help of utility if she gets any pressure.
It's fake info for Shopify, and this aggressive angle from Dodo Nut should be the info that they need. And just honestly, just opting to play retake on this B site because of how the previous rounds went. I mean, it hasn't even been close, it feels like. At least in the beginning parts of the round, right?
Yeah, for sure. Lace using the ult. Maybe.
Oh.
No, I don't think she. Oh no, she did.
Bomb's not down though.
On this era, but it's gonna buy some time.
30 seconds left.
Still not committed, and now they're gonna have to figure it out if they want
Wow.
to deal with the pit or not. The pit goes down. Sarah falls. They're gonna rotate out. Mel's already gone.
2v5, 1 HP.
Oh man. Imagine though.
I mean, if there's a
10
team to do
seconds
it,
left.
it's Shopify.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I guess
Where is everyone hiding?
that's gonna hurt things.
This B
Case
site hold
situation.
from FlyQuest has been so
Yeah.
good.
Last
But now
player
can Shopify
standing.
hold A? Oh, that was the best. That was the best shot you had.
Yeah.
That was all the health. Maybe Mel's positioning. No chances. Oh. Dude, she swung, and I'm pretty sure all 5 of them
Yeah.
were looking away at the exact same time.
Flawless.
I mean, smart from FlyQuest to just, death ball all 5 players. Just okay. There's only 2 of them. Surely somebody gets a trade, right? If even 2-3 of us get taken out. And this B site is just on lock right now. There's the timeout. And we saw it, Doug. All of mid, all of A completely open when that B site hit comes through. So now maybe we'll see that an adaptation being made from Shopify to maybe get a lurk up mid as those players on B are just trying to stay alive. And
Well, I think it's.
yeah, go ahead.
Go on, keep going.
I was gonna say for FlyQuest, like they've been doing such a good job of delaying the plant on B. Like that in itself is buying the time for the rest of their players to get there for the retake. That's why you see the Sova actually getting a lot of value there. That Sova, although it doesn't kill, it stops the bomb from being put down and buys time for Sand or for Dodo to come all the way from A site.
Yeah, it bought time. Yeah, absolutely. I do wonder though, as we think about how Shopify can start to approach some of these attack rounds, if the middle of the map becomes the focus. I think FlyQuest have done a really good job of conditioning the beginning of the half to where that's not a free space. That's not like available space. Remember the Harbor Wall Dart combo
Yeah.
that they hit mid a couple of times? Like, I would understand their hesitancy in trying to play that.
Making them second guess taking mid control. And mid control is
Yeah.
crucial in this map too.
It really is, yeah.
There's so many things you can do, like with the Omen smoke, top right or top left side of mid. We've seen that in VCT quite a bit. A lot of teams abusing top mid, even with the double controller comp.
Scanning ahead.
Here comes the re-clear utility again from FlyQuest. Harbor wall up, Dart comes out. And that again promotes the hesitation from Shopify. They're scared.
Reasonably so.
Poison orb emitting.
And so Shopify really have no choice but to kind of wait that out, reset, and see
Poison's off.
where else they can play. Meanwhile, if you don't want to test out mid, you still have this elbow crunch that FlyQuest have had set up for the last couple of rounds. Dodo gets contact. There's the fault line. Or sorry, it's an aftershock, but right on cue, you can see what the idea is. The utility gets dumped
Wow.
out from Sonder
Oh, that's a
to
good
protect
flash.
Dodo. Dodo still has a satchel. Oh, well, I was gonna say, she can cross now. She has to take the fight, yeah! They both fall! They had no more satchels for her to get out with. Dodo was stuck.
30 seconds left.
Neural theft
This is so crazy.
being invested. Tay and Starbound left alone.
Oh my gosh.
Another
Spike planted.
miracle round out from Shopify. It
No
wasn't the
way.
2v5 with 1 HP that we mentioned from before, but this is another round that they probably shouldn't have won.
Yeah, but it's honestly off of Dodo Nut trying to hold all this space, even though she was getting completely util bombed. There were so
Yeah.
many different things flying at her, and she still just decides to stay for a little bit too long. All of the breach util was used from Sonder there. Try to help her get a kill or get out. No more falls.
Or get out. I mean, at
second
best,
there.
yeah.
Especially
And
on
you
a
saw- I mean,
eco
what was
round.
it?
Why? Like, why even? Why even give the chance? You did enough damage. They found out where you were at. It's one thing to be confident,
I
but
know exactly where.
it's one thing to be greedy.
Yeah. And it wasn't just like a little bit that was invested from Sonder to get her out. There was Aftershock, then there was a fault line, then there was the flash.
Both
and then
flashes.
Both satchels. Yeah, both flashes. She had both satchels at the beginning, and yeah, because just kind of overstayed her welcome. That's going to get a round back in favor of Shopify. Back to rifles here.
Oh,
Dodo Nut with ult too. That was nice timing.
this is such a good play from FlyQuest because they understand that SR hasn't really been using utility in mid. But this time there is.
Flash deep. They still only get one.
Oh no!
Cage trigger.
That could have been so much more.
I mean, it really does come down to hitting the head.
Yep.
That's why it said.
Yeah, Wyatt was right.
Why it was right. Ah.
You can hear his chuckle from here.
I know.
Shopify are going to get out onto A. They're going to manage to bypass a lot of this utility,
Oh my gosh.
clearing out the trips. A deep flash, and they... Oh?
Oh.
What? Almost
Oh,
gets
wow.
a second. The paranoia certainly would have helped, but Alexis took care of Starbound on her own.
So close. If Starbound
Numbers?
gets that kill, I mean, that could
it's
be the
open,
round,
yeah.
right?
Yep. Numbers in favor of the attack. Still some utility to play around. Mel understanding, though. She needs to play ahead of this RB
great
utility,
stun.
and that's...
One enemy
Still
remaining.
has 2 TPs.
Oh.
And Alexis' spam is enough to get Sonder. They is left alone. And the options are running out. Very quickly.
This will be a save. This is what happens, Doug. This is what happens when you give away free rounds that you should win. All of a sudden, now I can't shoot straight. And that fight in mid that had you had won the previous round, you probably would win. Like it's small things like that that changes the outcome of the game. I mean, you should never be losing an eco round, especially when you had all the info and support utility like that. And that allows Shopify to get momentum and snowball into this round. And win a gunfight that perhaps they shouldn't have.
This is my spot.
Big round out from FlyQuest. They've invested a lot, including an op in the hands of Lace.
Yeah.
And they may not be where they're headed, at least right at the beginning, but if the timing...
Oh, they're ready for
It's
that.
Dodo Nut who gets it. Where did the op go? Did they put it down? Did they sell it? I think she sold it back. But they still got the first. Now Dodo using the ult, looking for a second target. No, their satchels to propel.
no.
They've been able to
Wow.
freeze. Mel falls. I don't think they're
hit.
expecting Noya here, though. Takes a step back.
There.
Dodo Nut's still playing on site. Noya. Oh. Turning away at the worst possible time. Now Sarah and Alexis left alone with Spike in hand, though. But the situation looks dire.
They are giving all the space though, and that should be red now from Shopify. Scared of spawn. Oh, they
Wonder-
spotted Sarah's
One
barrel.
enemy remaining.
Also, Lace has 3 seconds left to dart, so in case things get real sideways, they have that. Alexis and Sarah ultimately fall. FlyQuest take the lead back.
That was a hard read by FlyQuest into that round.
Yeah.
Dodo Nut was playing on top of that box to counter the Raze rocket, so The prep was there for the rocket set play from Shopify. That was a hard read. I mean, you had the breach stun there. You had Donut on the top box. Lace was there even for backup if everything goes south.
Yeah. I mean, they were even considering putting an op right there, and ultimately they didn't.
Yeah.
But you're right, that was a hard read.
This is a nice spot.
Way more competitive game than the first map, and that's great. Like that's great. Like we love to see that, you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. The smoke on the right, the flash on the left. You've got to know that that's... How do they respond to understanding where this harbor utility is coming from?
They're so scared of mid.
But yes, and I think for good reason too. When you also consider Breach's ability to impact that area of the map, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. And I mean, they got punished previously, so it all plays into effect.
Do they have any ults on the side of defense? No, really, and attack side either. This is going to be really tough to get through.
Spike planted.
Floor uses
Viper
grenade,
Molly's
still
here.
has a satchel. I mean, they're just tanking. They're taking the fight to FlyQuest. Forget the possibility of a flood. They want to pull the dam right now.
An even half, Doug.
Switching sides.
Which probably could have been an 8-4 for FlyQuest had they not gotten eco'd in that one round.
Yeah, agreed.
You see how crucial rounds like that are. It's the difference between having like a very solid half and an even half.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be giving situations like that to Shopify. Not a team of this
'cause they'll take
caliber.
it. Yeah, for sure. That tiny crack in the window becomes a gaping space, and there's
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing you can do because they're going to be opportunistic with it.
This breach actually getting a lot of value, even though Sonder
I need to blow something up.
is in the doing well in the fragging department right now.
Standing ahead.
What's interesting too, though, as you know, we think about that, but I also want to take us back to the harbor utility conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They've navigated what in theory should be the hardest part of this.
Yeah.
They've navigated the defensive side. They can be so much more intentional with the attack side utility. They don't have to worry about covering different areas of the map.
Yeah, that's exactly the bread and butter of this comp, right? Is to be explosive in those moments.
That's explosive.
Yeah.
The floor's already down. Dre, there's a really good shot for FlyQuest here. They win this pistol. They're able to get up to 8. And they have such good control of the map right now. They're pushing into spawn. They're taking the fights to Shopify. Both from mid, and then now in this instance here, Noise is going to fall. And I don't know that there's enough here for Melon Alexis to get through.
One enemy remaining.
Nice trades. Super nice post plant from FlyQuest.
They will scurry.
They split market and then decide to give it, push CT because they understand that market reclear is going to have to come from Shopify. And then they have the same pinch that we saw basically Shopify have in their pistol. So the bread and butter for these post plants on the B site is to take control of 2 areas, right? You want main and you want either CT or you want market. You want the enemy team to have to clear out multiple things at the same time and basically open yourself up to delaying for that bomb timer.
Oh gosh, that was aggressive and fast.
What the heck?
Yep.
They thought that the stun would probably punish a little bit harder there.
Yeah.
Oh, but this should be a cleanup anyway. I don't know how Mel's still alive. Oh no.
She's not for long. There's still big numbers.
Oh no.
Oh, the numbers are dwindling. No upgraded weapons. Okay. Dude, they had us. They had us until the very end. I'm not going to lie. Forget about the first half. They had us both halves.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I don't think Dodonut was ready for anybody to be past that breach stun.
No.
Little jump scare. Really good damage from Shopify though. And a good cleanup to the round from FlyQuest, which honestly, like, one right click is the difference there. Like, that easily could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
If Alexis's right click just connects that RNG, if it's there, that round could be very different. A missed blast pack early on here from Flora. That's really interesting. I don't know if maybe she was trying to get on top of that box there, or or what, but the timing was off.
Yeah, I'd love to see that again. Now is satchelless for the rest of the round.
Oh, this breach. Look at this stun. That's juicy.
There's no, there's no follow-up though. There's nothing really to chase behind it.
Yeah, but
so
it's it's enough to push him back. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It's enough to push back. It's enough to dissuade and delay.
Oh yeah, is really aggressive here on B.
Feeling it. Take a lot of damage there too.
Yeah, she got checked.
Dude, that was from a ghost. That was a ghost from a distance into the Phantom of Noya.
Scary. Couple light armors too, so those deagles can actually just get a one-shot headshot. This is really good from FlyQuest right now. They're playing the map really well. Early A aggression into mid, into checking the B player. That opens up the A site. And now this is gonna be a really good post plant.
There.
A Guardian, 2 pistols, a Stinger. I think the big question we have to go back to Thea's utility. What does she have? What does she have to control? The wall is up. She has the Cove to play with.
Just enough drone. Look at the layering here.
And the nade. And the nade. But the paranoia pushes him back. Time is of the essence. The Cove has been invested. Sierra's pushing forward. Lace is going to fall. The flash out is another one. Meets her demise, but they are finding the right timing, the right space to get a kill. Starbound left alone. Will not be able to convert. That's another round for Shopify.
And it's almost too obvious at this point with the aggressive post plant style that FlyQuest does have. I mean, even Noya in the back rotating from B. By the way, she got healed. It's the benefit of having a Skye on your team, which is good because right, she was sitting on like what 30 HP.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit too obvious, right? When that drone comes through and that stun comes out, I mean, you had all the info in the world that stun did not fully connect to players, so maybe overheating a little bit. You don't need to force it, right?
Right.
That stun, we've seen Sentinels enough from that general area use utility and just give. Because it delays for long enough for you to just play bomb at that point. And then you don't even have to shoot your gun. You just went off of time.
Yeah, it becomes a much simpler game.
Yeah.
They sure are making a lot of noise here.
Oh, that's stun.
No, can't get high ground. Spamming through, trying to dance around the pillar. Sarah's still falling.
So fast. First 10 seconds of the round.
It's rare that you see a breach controlling the flank. That's exactly what Sandra's doing here.
She's playing it perfectly, too. Should be a free kill.
Reckoning. Or 2. Or 3. 1. A little messy on the control, but the damage has been done. Seeker's used.
Last player standing.
The defense is weak, and it just got considerably weaker. There's no way Alexis can do anything there. FlyQuest take another round.
See, there you go, though, Doug. Like, they don't push up spawn, you know, like, off of utility right away, and they just hold, and they have the breach lurk this time, and you see how much value that in itself got. And yeah, Floor, like, kind of had, like an idea that there could be somebody lurking, but, like you said, you never expect it to be the breach.
Right. And she was so patient with the positioning, right? Where, like, regardless of what the agent utility was there, she just played that really well.
Sometimes just not showing is enough because you don't know what's going through the mind of Shopify. Maybe they think that spawn utility from the breach is going to come, so they're waiting for it. And the fact that you don't use it, I mean, that just sits in the mind of, oh, when is that breach going to use that utility? And this B site is, again, just open for the taking.
And the rocket has taken just that. A little bit of time bought. You got to be
Starbound's
careful on that
low.
spam. There's still a rocket waiting.
2 HP.
Yeah, but they still have the breach ult too to get through. There's a flank.
Oh, no.
There's a flank. Oh, still gets it off. It's still gonna cause havoc on the
I don't
site.
think it actually went off.
It looked really close. Did it
It
not
looked like
go
it was
off?
going off, but I don't think it did.
I know
don't think it's going to matter anymore anyway.
It might not. You're right. Floor's upgraded a weapon though. Alexis
wait.
falls. Noya's there. Floor with the Vandal.
2 cages.
85 HP though. There's the first. It's all a tap. It's all a threat. You have to spam. The counter not connecting yet.
This is no problem.
Gotta get half
Second
at
cage.
least. You have to.
You have to. That's really the only option here. Look at how weak they are. 7 HP amongst both, and it's gonna be enough. FlyQuest get to 10. All right, I gotta see what happened to that breach ult.
Yeah, because Floor wasn't hit off of that swing, so either the timing was just like not there, or the breach ult did get canceled.
I mean, it looked like it was channeled all the
Yeah,
way.
it did look like it came out a couple steps at least, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, we have a timeout for Shopify. All of a sudden, I mean, like, FlyQuest are looking really good. They're looking really good on this map.
Enough to believe?
Enough to believe for this map, at the very least.
All right.
It's kind of like their last series, right? Shopify dominates the first map. Second map, FlyQuest looks solid in terms of like overall like trades and team play and not letting Flora just go crazy. Or Noya, right? Noya's sitting at 6 kills right now. The last map alone, Noya had 6 first bloods.
Okay, it did go off. It goes off, but it didn't miss the floor.
Clear all of, okay, it didn't clear
Yeah.
all of market I see on the minimap, yeah. So it only got
that's
that
so-
right side towards like even
Yeah,
mid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's such a tough spot to be in because if you're Mel, right, you have a classic, you're trying to catch a timing, you see the trip. You understanding the chaos that's happening on set, you have to clear the trip, right? Even if you saw a breach ahead of time, it's such a split-second decision. It's brutal, man.
FlyQuest have been abusing this B site like crazy these last couple rounds. And I think that can like open up controlling more of the map. And that's why you're seeing this mid default out now. Changing the pace.
I really like this call. You're right.
Now Starbound's playing very confident, going for solo aggression because they've punished this B area of the map. And breaking that cam alone is a lot of info. And it has to, it forces Shopify to use a jump spot there, right? Use a body.
Yeah, face check it, so to speak.
FlyQuest read into this though. Do they read into that? This B side is probably going to be heavy. Contacting top mid.
Oh, she saw Nova. Now she sees everything.
Stuns out.
Is there a push? They tried. Meanwhile, Floor pushing on the other side. The rocket's a bit high.
Lace is stuck.
Lace is dead.
Floor has like
Nowhere
a
to go.
heat-seeking crosshair or something. That looked crazy.
Now with nowhere to go, they have to turn their attention B. The harbor wall goes up. Starting to see some utility push him away. Tried to disperse. Floor cheeky with it. The trip. Wait, what?
Oh no. It's falling apart.
It's all falling apart. You're right.
10 seconds left.
I mean, they're split apart now. Mel's on a flank. Do they know where Alexis is? I think they do.
I don't think they heard that TP from Mel. Oh,
No,
Alexis
but
played
it's
too
not gonna
aggressive.
matter. Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
they
with a
did.
little bit more time. They can line up here. First falls, 45 HP, time running short.
2 smokes in a
Sonder and
TP.
Starbound, they're both healthy. There it is, the TP into the smoke. It's not. There's no utility for
One
Sonder.
enemy remaining.
There's no utility for Sonder. Oh, the spam into
no!
the smoke, and Mel does it again.
Performance.
Unbelievable.
A robbery.
Clutch.
You forget.
An absolute robbery. Oh my gosh.
We'll take a look at that Red Bull clutch one more time. That was what, a 2v3, a 2v4?
1v3.
One enemy remaining.
And then this isolating these fights. I was concerned because FlyQuest had repositioned towards mid, and it wasn't planned for them. There was no aftershock or anything like that for them to deal with the potential of a stuck defuse. So they had to challenge Mel, and she played that beautifully.
Omen TP too strong, Doug. Omen TP too strong. That's why you see it from a lot of teams on this map. Not only can you play on different elevations on the A site,
There.
you can TP past trips for those quick flanks and timings.
Flashback mid, floor. Oh, it's all right. We didn't see it. Never happened.
Oh, not this again though. Oh, okay. Smoke fades away. I thought we were going to see another scenario of 4 finessing around smokes.
Not the case this time.
It's like crazy Viper ult.
And they have the Reckoning, which is a perfect counter to the Viper ult.
Sova drone, Reckoning, and Sova ult.
There's the Reckoning.
Oh, this Molly is enough to delay, surely.
Sarah staying!
Oh my gosh.
Staying! She gets 2. The bravado to make that play.
Yeah.
Cover going out.
Unbelievable. Now Floor's playing just barely
Oh no.
on the other side of the harbor
30
wall.
seconds left.
This feels like such a high impact round in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, you had 2 Spectres from Shopify going into this round. And to just steal it away.
Oh boy. That was a big one, man. They invested a lot of ults. Their money's not great. Shopify, presumably, barring a Thrifty, are going to tie us up at 10.
I like the confidence from FlyQuest going into these Viper ults, but they had so much more utility that they could have just played a little bit more patiently, right?
Yeah, instead of just going off of the Harbor ult.
Yeah, like wait for the drone to actually get the tag, or even just that Sova. If they had just waited just even a split second longer, that Sova actually did connect onto Sarah. Maybe you don't even have to use any other utility. Maybe you don't even have to use a body. You just get the kill outright. Like again, this is what happens when you let Shopify win rounds that they shouldn't. They take that and they run away with it. You cannot make mistakes of that caliber against a team like this.
You're right. And Dre, the crazy thing is, it feels like that happens at least once a half.
Yeah.
Regardless of who they're playing against, I feel like once a half, we virtually look at each other and go, that shouldn't have happened.
Yep.
They've gotten away with something that should not have taken place. And that's often the catalyst to a couple of big rounds. Yeah. If they're down, of course. But you're right. Yeah, they're able to put together a couple of rounds off of that.
I mean, look, this should be a tie game at this point. It's so crazy how one round can impact the entire game, because in another world, Doug, FlyQuest already won this map. Seriously. Off of that eco round that they lost on defense, and now that 1v3. This game could have been over already.
This round might be over very soon. That spit's gonna hurt. Didn't see Starbound cross. Just pistols. And they're not putting up much of a fight. You wonder here what Jovi said to his team on the other side of that timeout.
I am a big fan of coaches taking timeouts during the eco, like for the eco round, right? And then you actually do the real strat the next time around. Kind of gives your players a little bit more time to just like let it all like soak in and have them be more dialed in on what they need to do.
Yeah.
But this is just a stomp.
Yep.
Nowhere to go.
As you would expect.
Yeah.
I also think it's really important for Shopify to have gotten through that the way that they did. Sarah was the only one who lost armor there.
Yeah.
Everyone else was perfectly healthy, so I know we're late in the game, but as you think about the financial
they stabilized.
outlook, yeah, that's big.
One enemy remaining.
They changed their wall this time too at that B side of the map. It was perhaps for the anti-eco, and now another new wall coming out here. So Shopify showing a new look, showing more aggression now towards this B side, this B main side of the map.
Revealing area.
Deep cascade. A little bit of space found. You see the trip cleared from the shock.
Oh, this 1v1.
Instantly pings on the minimap. Did she get away?
Oh
Dude,
my
no
gosh,
way,
the movement.
bro.
The schmovement.
She freaking threw that thing in reverse and got out.
Shmoney moves. And that's a big 1v1. That's Cypher ult too.
Everyone hiding.
How does FlyQuest play this though? Do they still commit, even though 2 players are already here from CT? They are gonna commit.
Sonder gets a little bit closer to the ult.
No Omen smokes are out yet, so
No.
this retake should. Oh no!
Uh-oh. That was the last bit of harbor utility that we're going to talk about for the rest of this round.
Oh no! The counter Cypher
heals.
ult now.
And the heal's coming up while the spam is coming through.
Scout destroyed.
Dog clearing the site, no late lurk, no flank or anything like that. Mel's gonna have to take a really long time if she wants to go about it that way, and I don't know that there's gonna be enough clock left to do it. Sonder with the ult, that's gonna hurt. Mel's positioning now is huge. She's got to win this fight. Oh, she had utility out. Time is of the essence. That crossfire is brutal. Floor has to go aggressive, and there will not be anything found. FlyQuest take the lead again.
That was so huge from Sonder there. Taking that just timing to stun spawn and then spamming the default box, understanding that somebody might be trying to hide behind that box, or maybe she heard the audio cue of Noya behind that default box. That kill ultimately ends up giving her the breach ult and then just securing the round win. And that's what happens when you don't just give SR those free kills when you're playing aggressive on the post plants. They just played in this time, had crossfires on site, and it made it look easy. Floor got spotted there. I don't know if she's aware. This stun. Could have punished.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing paranoias and fault lines and satchels everywhere.
Yeah. I gotta shout out Sonder for a lot of these reactive stuns. They've been really on point with taking early control of space.
They found my wire.
Gosh, there's a lot waiting on the other side of B here.
This should be a read, because FlyQuest haven't really thrown fakes this half at all, so it kind of has been where the pack is, they hit. Pack mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in a
That's just been
blender.
really
Oh,
the
wait.
MO.
Sonder.
One found. What?
Sonder's so clutch right now, Doug.
I mean, the dart helped from Lace, but you're right. Mel's gonna catch the timing.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Kid just narrowly gets away. Finds cover behind the cove.
Oh, no.
I mean, Lace still has a shock. There's no reflank. Mel has
Sonder's
one smoke.
utility.
There goes the shock. That's early. First one falling.
Rocket.
Floor just so confident in these. Oh, but it's 1v3. That's gonna hit one! Both ball! 21 HP, 5 bullets, time short.
Jump
It's a
spot.
dare. It's a challenge. Do you dare swing?
Wow.
You do, and you get the kill. FlyQuest gets a map point.
Match
And you
point.
got Rocket out. Starbound having a star performance right now.
One enemy remaining.
21 HP and just going wide there. That was such a smart swing.
From Starbound?
Yeah, it was so smart to just back up there and have a different type of angle and go wide,
Yeah.
so it visually looks crazy on Floor's screen. And yeah, Floor
Yeah.
could have hit the one tap, but that's the risk you gotta take, right?
Yeah, and that's a big risk against a player like Floor. But I love that from Starbound, not backing down.
Oh, this is... It was almost deadly for FlyQuest had they had pushed through, tried to actually
Had
truly
they
punish.
committed?
I'm saying it, but Sonder has gotten so much value
Yeah.
in this game. Even that trade onto Noya on the site.
Oh, Mel was looking down. She gets one, but pays for it with her life.
Found one.
They're gonna clear every single one of those cabbages.
That opens up everything. As an attacking squad, you want to go 1-for-1 against defense because you spread the defenses thin. It allows you to manipulate more of the map, and that's why you're seeing this mid to B wall that they've conditioned almost every other time. Makes people lean. Watch that solo play alone from Thea
30 seconds left.
has 2 players of Shopify in B site. Now Alexis has to go huge.
And she's been here this entire time. Remember, it was the Seekers that were invested early.
And she's getting darted, she's getting naded.
Wait, she hasn't taken a lick of damage. Great, this could be special. This could be special. Did she tinker?
10 seconds
Lace
left.
is weak. Finally falls.
It's too
But
much.
if you bought enough time, I don't know. Sarah's ahead of it. Sarah's ahead of it. Sarah gets another 3 seconds left.
remaining.
The plant will not go down, and Shopify steal another.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where did it all go wrong?
One left.
Oh.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, it's just painful to watch that. Maybe just go for the safe plant next time.
This goes here.
Just secure it. Just secure getting the bomb down. You already have the numbers advantage. Landing in the open was the demise in that round. Now they have, what? Terrible guns to their name. But Dodo not might find a timing here. No one's looking! Oh no!
She's patient. There's the
Oh,
flash.
everyone's flashed!
They both fall.
Oh
All of
my
them fall.
gosh!
Down B.
This, like, the theme of this map has just been robbery. I can't help but feel for FlyQuest. They've played such a good map, and for this to have to go to OT potentially, I mean, it's not a good feeling to have. They know they should have won. That in itself could potentially
One hiding.
give them confidence if it does go OT. Now, this is still doable.
Dude, to say it's doable,
Tagged.
I mean, maybe. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
Can be.
Here.
They are doubled up too, so if the massive SR comes here and the trades... Oh, dude, that's
Massive
what
SR
you
was
need!
there! The massive SR was there!
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you almost manifested that!
It was so close! They end up lining up on accident there, but Starbound really giving it their all. And man, had Dodo actually just kept walking up in that scenario, 100% catches off at least one player. Either the players that are in the open on the actual B site, or Mel. But there's no way you could know.
This should do.
There's no way you could know that.
That goes there.
No, there's no shot.
When you go back and VOD review that,
Goes here.
I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, Dodo is gonna just go the entire way through. Starbound, 24, 13, and 13, doing everything. That
Now, where to
Triple
set up
double?
Shop.
Not too shabby.
Cage triggered.
how deep are these teams' playbooks going into this OT? They've shown everything.
Yeah, they've shown so much. Well, this is a different look, though. 3 pushing mid. Nothing to suspect that that's where the play is.
And the timing is perfect.
There's no
Timing
cover
is
on this.
perfect.
They've got to be careful. That trip is not
Bye-bye.
as secure as you might think. Lace and Saunder just cause
down,
havoc.
B. One
They
enemy
mow over
remaining.
Shopify. There's the different look we were waiting for.
Oftentimes we speak of teams playing to win. That's one of those moments where they're playing to win. Not fearful of anything. Oh, no way! No way that connected.
You just got to be sure about it, right?
Sixth
Leaving no
sense.
stone unturned. Yeah.
Satchel out.
And holy smokes, what a play call. It was
Super
perfect
convincing.
timing.
Side.
Dude, you said it. How
Match
deep is the
point.
playbook? We saw something that they had not shown us all defensive half. And the timing on that call was perfect. The flawless
Yeah.
round
Spike down,
to get him to map point again.
One enemy. Flawless.
That was a huge punish.
That goes
I'm
there.
wondering in this round for FlyQuest, you had so much success on the B splits. Do you just say, screw it, let's go for it again?
Yeah, you might as well, right? If it ain't broke.
And it looks like they're kind of geared up towards that.
Standing ahead.
I mean,
Cascade mid, and then Dodo not able to isolate this fight towards shop or towards market if there was one, but
see the different layers too. Like Saunders waiting with a flash out in case Dodo gets any type of contact in mid, and then they're all gonna swing, right? So it's just like good gameplay. It all makes sense. This fault line hasn't came out yet for Saunder.
no, she's been holding it. You're right.
Normally in the other half, in regulation time, that stun was used to gain control of certain areas of the map early on, or even to just have SR fall back. And now we're saving it for the hit, so
Take flight.
another different look. A full BVP hit.
It's not going to connect onto anyone. You still have the trips you're going to have to get through. First one cleared out. Second one keeping Donut from getting some high ground.
Spam almost comes out.
Almost. Dude, a 5v5 retake for the map, potentially.
Yep.
Freaking ridiculous. Look at Noya's timing. Or excuse me, Starbound's timing.
Starbound could win the round right here. Starbound could win the round right here.
How patient are they?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, they only get one?
No
Oh,
way!
that might be the window that they needed. Donut tucking and ducking behind the pillar.
player
Getting the kill they need. Once again, it's all gone sideways, but Lace has been good.
Last time she was here, she was 30
good
HP.
Oh, playing with fire. Health running out, and there's just not enough bullets left in the clip for that. We're gonna go another round.
Oh my gosh. I thought FlyQuest had it in the bag, but Mel, with that 180 or 90-degree flick,
Sides.
that trade on the Starbound saved the entire round. And then Alexis, or sorry, I think it was Sarah with the spam in the market, getting 2 players of FlyQuest. What a game.
I mean, it's delivered, man. It's
Yeah.
delivered. Fitting of a grand final.
My spot.
I got scared for a second, Doug. I thought this was gonna be a wash after that first map, but I'm happy that FlyQuest is showing life, and we are definitely not counting them out now.
What can Shopify do on this attack side? How do they get through this?
I like that they're actually showing some type of mid presence. It's a good start. And I kind of wish that they would opt to use more of that presence to actually like contact in after the utility is shown.
Yeah. Donut.
Oh my-
What? Still gets what?
She's alive. She's
I
alive.
thought Donut was the one who
No way,
died.
another one. Oh, that would have been crazy.
Mel's counter.
Saunders
Push that
snuck
out. Saunders in a really good spot before a step ahead of it, 2 steps ahead of it perhaps. Is this the round where Shopify take the lead for the first time in a really long time?
Great cove.
Cove cleared. Dart drop. Floor.
remaining.
Keeping him back. Now ult online. The nade. Oh, it's too close. Oh, it's way too close, but she's going to get the kill anyway. Shopify, map point.
That was a nice read from Flora onto Sonder there. That was a super wide and convincing swing at the same time as Alexis is coming out elbow. No corners untouched. That kill was crazy, by the way, from Dodo. And then the fact that she lived for so long on the actual site, I thought for a second there was a world, but it was just too much of a tough ask.
And now a timeout called from FlyQuest. This close, man. A round away from putting a map on the board. On your map. And then here's the... I don't want to paint a grim picture. But here's the reality of the matter. Yep.
Yeah.
You beat me there.
Yeah.
Icebox is next. FlyQuest need this map.
And it's a lot of pressure because it is your map pick. You need this. If you're down 2-0 going into Shopify's Icebox, yeah, you can have confidence going into it, but there's going to be doubt in the back of your mind. If I couldn't win on my map, how am I going to beat them on Icebox? No.
That goes there.
There's a lot of pressure
Yeah.
on FlyQuest shoulders right now, and sometimes when you take a time out like that too, Doug, it just builds up.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to think about the fact that you were up 12, what? 12-10, I believe? You had your chances. You had your chances in OT as well, and now it's Shopify who's got the advantage.
It's gonna be it's all gonna go down in mid right now. Oh,
That's not good.
Toxin screen down.
Omen flash, Sky flash, spam from Mel. The IGL picks up another crucial kill.
Right there.
That was on Lace as well.
And so the concern here now is that, again, it's just stay as util. Right now, it's just a wall. I mean, there's no cascade, there's no nothing. Floor's there to contact, and that should be instantly calling the rotates because of the pack mentality they've had. But they haven't invested any of that util yet, so they're just going to tuck out and get away.
Yeah, all this movement's being made on purpose, so Starbound can find this lurk timing on A, and it's working really well.
It's going to be too late, though.
30 seconds left.
I mean, a fight mid?
They're overcooking this. They're overcooking
This
this.
is how it happens? What just one found? That's all it is.
No, the spam! The Phantoms!
But that's okay. They've got sight. They've gotten the spike down. Starbound can push back into spawn. Starbound with the first. The timing on that's perfect. Not able to connect. Dodona falls.
Oh no!
Is this how the map slips out of their grip?
Oh
It is.
no!
Shopify claw their way back into this. They take Sunset to the surprise of so many.
Defenders win.
What a brutal loss.
Brutal.
I mean,
It's absolutely brutal.
and again, I don't remember exactly what the lead was, but for FlyQuest to be that close for so long, and then for it to slip out of their hands, and now Dre, as you mentioned, Icebox is next, a map that has become Shopify's playground. I mean, mentally as a player, what are you thinking?
I mean, you have no choice now. You have to reset. You have to do whatever it takes to reset and just round by round at this point, because it's such a bad feeling as a player knowing that you had so many different chances to close out that map. I mean, even in regulation, even in OT, the first OT, they were up. They made the great play in mid. They had everything lined up for them. And it just got stolen. It just got stolen away from the mechanics of Mel. I mean, Mel with the 1v3 really saved the entire game for Shopify. And you can't be letting the IGL of an enemy team do things like that to you. It's crucial to get that.
No. This five-headed beast steals away another map. The mind is a fickle thing.
Yeah.
We'll see if FlyQuest can pull it back. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
My body and soul, without each what will I gain? So many try to use me, would not help pave the way. But man, that's just life, there ain't really much to say. I'm the one, I know I'm the one, everybody follow me. The one they all trying to beat, I know that I gotta be. I've been training hard, I'm ready for any rivalry. I lost it all but kept the fight in me. Now look, I've been laying low but speak on me and I'ma show up. My squad full of bosses, can't let anybody hoe us. Yeah, my life is sweet, I got the whipping doing donuts. Wanna live like me? Well, here's the contract you ain't know of. I signed up to grind, I signed up to be the best, man. Chin up when I hustle, I can't focus on the next, man. They said that I gotta work, I said, oh yeah, I'm on it. Cause when it's said and done, we gon' see who really want it. Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm getting better and better and only focus on cheddar. Who really want it? Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm working hard and I show them. When out the water, I blow them. Who really want it?
Who really want it? It's really the question of the day. Y'all talk a lot, but I don't see y'all walk a lot. You know?
Fighter is my name, legendary is my aim. Already legendary, y'all know that we ain't the same. Whether sun or rain, ain't nobody else to blame. The life I live is mine, so I control the change. Tell me that I'll lose, tell me y'all don't see my vision. Tell me that I'm no one and I got some competition. I'ma show you what it looks like when you never listen. Open your eyes and pay attention. I'm on a new level. Hell no, I can't settle. Gonna be the best and I'ma show more than I tell you. I am not impressed because you got a little metal. I'm here to take you down and bring the heat like I'm the devil. I can show you light, yeah, I can show you heaven. I can show you how to win when you think that you're failing. What I tell you, yeah, you